I don't even know why I update the retail add-ons. I don't even fucking play that shit anymore.
I need to target something first. Let's start recharging.
Well, Zephyr runners. Raptor heads.
I need to get closer.
Class is so fucking broken, man.
I'm out of
I'm
range.
quite convinced that this is the strongest class at low levels because of Star Surge. Geomancers, defenders.
That spell is ready. It's too far away. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I need to get closer. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. I'm out of range. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Spirit?
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. Not enough range. Not ready yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. closer. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. Can't do that yet. That's still recharging. I can't leave that. I'm out of range. That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't attack that target. I can't cast that. That's still that spell isn't ready. I can't drink anymore. Just like that.
The hell's this lag? Oh, come on, Blizzard. What the fuck? The fuck was that fucking lag, man? What a dog shit fucking game, man. Fuck you, Blizzard. Billion-dollar company, by the way. I would have had that guy.
sure could use your help, kid. Director Riddlevox put me in charge of the Union's Shredder Development Program. Few months on the job and I'm already in hot water. I could use your help, adventurer. What's up? A small enough crate. Yes, I should be able to find room for this aboard the ship. It sails with the next tide. I trust this is soon enough. Excellent. Let me just enter it into my ledger. All taken care of. Good day to you, adventurer. Being wharf master of a busy port like Ratchet, I keep my finger on the pulse of information. I know all about the exchange of goods and money between here and Booty Bay. The latest bit of news I've heard is about the Venture Company's Boulder Lode Mine northeast of the Sludge Fen. One of the miners discovered an emerald the size of your fist. I know a few buyers who'd be interested in getting their hands on something like that, and I'd be willing to go half and half on its sale.
Well, this was one of Chen Stormstout's kegs. He traveled with Rexar a long time ago. I haven't seen or heard about him in a Kodo's age. I appreciate you bringing this to me, adventurer.
Be good. What's up?
Dude, I'm so fucking irritated from that shit, man. Goofy ass shit, bro. Shit, man. Goofy ass shit, bro. Just goofy as fuck. Like, that should not even be a thing. Fucking goofy. What the fuck is on my monitor, man? I just cleaned this, and I have something on my oh, man. I'm getting fucking irritated. Oh, man. I'm getting fucking irritated. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Remember the people that were saying Alliance are cheating? We just killed the boss and we're now running, and that's the clone. And we crossed the river because we killed the boss. There's nothing to fight for anymore. We need to go kill the other boss, right? And this guy may despawn because we just killed and we're leaving, right? And from seeing this, the Horde players, man, they were crying in the forum saying Alliance is abusing this river, and it works every time I've seen it. It's so stupid. I asked for proof to like 10 million hordes and none of them had proof. None of them. And they were just on about it on the Reddit. causing problems in Alliance are all cheaters and abusing this bug, which is so dumb. Yeah, I think that's what the hordes are seeing and think Alliance are cheating.
There's two warrior builds you usually play for DPS. Either you go the bleed build with dual wield, or you go the big two-hander build using quick strike. But today we're gonna be trying something a little bit different. And the idea to try out this build is something I got from a guy called Jake from Tree. I'll leave his link down below in the description. But basically we're playing a one-button protection warrior build today, and it performs incredibly well. First thing I want to do, guys, is I want to pick up my drop. Obviously, guys, we already have our Dark Moon Fair buff. Yes, I managed to get it, and we also got the boon, and we got the 5% buff. Something I want to try today, guys, is something very new. I want to try a Devastate build. So I have heard that you can do a Devastate build where basically you spec into like it's gonna be a little bit of a different spec that we play right now, and we're gonna be going prot, and we're gonna be tanking, and we're gonna be basically only pressing Devastate, and apparently it's supposed to do a lot of damage. So I want to test that out today, guys. So respec 30 silver. Yes, this is gonna be the spec, guys, for our revenge build, or like revenge for our Devastate build. So 3 rend, 2 deflection. We're not even gonna be charging, actually, because we're gonna sit in defensive stance. Deflection parry is really good. It can give you parry haste, full deflection. And I guess I'll do 1 charge, 2 charges, I guess, and then just D boons, right? I think D boons 3, and then we do 3 in cruelty for some more crit. So we're 5 parry, 3 rend, 2 charge, and 3 D boons, and then we go cruelty. 13-3 is gonna be my spec, and for my runes, we're gonna go flagellation. When we pop our berserker rage, we're gonna get 25% more damage to physical attacks. Then we're gonna go consumed by rage, because we're gonna be sitting around 80 rage and enraging ourselves, and then we will go devastate. Yeah, devastate right there. Thunder armor deals 50% damage. Basically, we're gonna be spamming thunder armor. Okay, so I don't know. For trash, it might not be the best here, but I'll try my very best, obviously. I'll basically just be spamming Sunders, right? You have spikes in the shield? Oh, I don't actually. Oh, I should have done that. I'm gonna get max rage on these guys. I will do a pull timer, by the way, y'all. So y'all are aware. Need to farm some rage here. Obviously, save your mana and everything like that for boss. So I'm gonna unboon myself now. Pull timer coming up for 10 seconds. And let's go, guys. First boss coming up now. Okay. So we literally just spam Sunder. That's it. 1 button, guys. Just press the 1 button. Okay. Nice. Oh, I need to... Where's my drum? Mook, jump down, Mook. Wait, where's my drum? There it is. Let's keep going, guys. More Sunders. More Sunders. Keep it up. Yep.
What, how silly is this? I literally just spam.
Look at this, man. I click 1 button and I do 200.
What, how silly.
Mook, jump down, Mook. That's it. 1 button, guys. The way y'all, so y'all are aware, need to farm some rage here. Obviously, save your mana and everything like that for boss. So I'm gonna unboon myself now. Full timer coming up for 10 seconds. And let's go, guys. First boss coming up now. Okay. So we literally just spam Sunder. That's it. 1 button, guys. Just press the 1 button. Okay. Nice. Oh, I need to... Where's my drum? Mook, jump down, Mook. Wait, where's my drum? There it is. Let's keep going, guys. More Sunders. More Sunders. Keep it up. Yep.
That's so fucking stupid.
What, how silly is this? I literally just spam.
Look at this, man. I click 1 button and I do 222 DPS. 24. Alright, we'll keep it going and see how it goes, guys. What? That is funny, though. Guys, need on whatever you actually need for main spec, okay? Yeah, next boss, it might not be the best, though, to be fair, because we are, it's a lot of armor, right? But we'll see. Okay, nice. Oh, we got a ad as well. Oh, we didn't kill that one? That's fine. We got a 1 ad. I'll move the boss a little
Surely
bit more
he can't top the
right here.
meters
I think
on
that's
this
fine.
boss
Let's
fight.
stand here. It's on that. Okay. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, bap, 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 bap. Okay. Okay, back to spamming. Oh god, I had to pop a health stone there. Yeah, this boss is not gonna be the best for this, obviously, since armor, right? You would normally go like the dual wheel spec for this guy because it's just way better. Like the bleed and everything like that. But I don't know how to do that every pull. This boss is like wonky for me. There we go. This is the caster boss, right? There we go. That's the shield I wanted! You need that for tanking? Honestly, that's okay, Break. If you need it, you need it, man. Because we get like, what is it? We get like 20...
Season of Discovery. Dark Moon Fair. Schedule? Season of Discovery has been running while visual schedule. Update. Dark Fair takes place every 2 weeks. It's the maximum level available. We have time.
Our ancestors be praised.
So, just to test, it should no longer be an Elwyn Forest or Mulgore. So let's go down here and see. Doesn't show up over here, which sucks. You have to like go down. You like can't see that far away. In Classic, even though my graphics are turned all the way up. At least I'm pretty sure they are. Graphics. Vertical sync disabled. Low latency mode. Allows the game to use various techniques to render input latency. Yeah, ultra high particle density. I don't want this to be ultra. Be sample quality. Don't know if that messed up anything. Definitely looks nicer. I think this guy was checking on Dark Moon Fair too. So it's not up. At a 165. Because I was going to say, what the wait, what? I can level it to 165? Is that OP? It's gotta be OP, right? The game definitely looks nicer. On my end.
What brings you here? Ah, I have just the thing for you. Walk with you.
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
SoD schedule. Classic schedule. So, if this is correct, then that's up on the 26th. What does that even mean? Like, I guess we can go check it out on the 20. When is the 26th? Where's our calendar? It's Friday. That's when it's supposed to set up. So it's supposed to officially start on the 29th. And it runs to the 4th. And then phase 2 launches on a Thursday. And then Dark Moon Fair starts Friday, but it'll be in Elwyn Forest. So that's gonna suck. So, okay. Takes place every 2 weeks. The arrival of Dark Moon Fair is announced by the Barkers, Melanon, Dark Stone, and Ironforge, and Kruban, Dark Blade, and Ogrimmar. It's announced by the Barkers? What the fuck is a Barker? Wonder if they updated the last updated on the 15th. Still got Druid ahead of Hunter. Paladin Warlock. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. Let's see. If they updated the Hunter on the 20th. This is the Beastmaster build. This build is the best spec for leveling dungeons in the first aid. Looks to be better than Beast Mastery. Even while playing, we'll update this build as soon as the data. For melee weaving, use flanking strike instead of kill command. I wonder if they updated this. Use kill command, you take any cat. The attack speed does not matter for kill command. Raptors are very close. Cat with an attack speed of 1 is the best pet for PvP in phase 1. The fast attack speed causes pushback. It's the scaling of scorpids, all pets, poison, blah 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 blah. Where to find the best wind serpent. Okay, so they haven't updated it yet. SoD, balance, druid. Let's focus on this. Let's see, engineering, tailoring. Shadow Fang Keep we need to do. Shadow Fang Keep for the shoulders. Or tailoring. Wailing Caverns for the gloves. Tailoring for the legs. Cape. Scaled leather bracer. Shadow Fang Keep, the belt. Spider silk boots. I wonder how much those are going for now. You know what's nice? I actually can get Staff of the Blessed. That's not happening. So we need to do Wailing Caverns just at least once for the quest staff. I'm happy that I don't have to do any man, I really don't need to spam dungeons on this guy if I don't need to. It's pretty wild. That's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts. Dude, I'm so spoiled. I feel like I have to have Boon. I wonder... Fuck, dude. No one's going to be doing BFD in phase 2, I feel like, right? Or maybe they will? I don't know. Why would you? Wonder if there'd be any incentive for anyone to do. I said do. Yeah, I'm 5. Okay, earth roots.
It's too far away. I can't catch them yet.
Oh, good job, man. You did it. You did it. Strange kelps over there. What does 80 get us? Don't remember. I think for strange kelp you need... Well, this just appeared, so we're gonna go get that. I didn't know you got Hurricane in Classic. You don't ever see... To be fair, though, I guess, like, you don't see... Druids in Classic in general, so...
That stinger recharging. That spell is ready.
And I don't know if they ever pressed that ability in OG Vanilla or 2019 Vanilla Classic.
I can't catch them.
I actually don't know.
That stinger recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. That stinger recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I can't cast that yet. I can't cast that yet. That stinger recharging. I need to get closer. I can't kill this. That's still recharging. It's too far away. That smell isn't ready yet. I can't kill something. That's still recharging.
I don't know where that other guy died at. Treasure chest.
I need to get closer.
Rough stone. I don't care about that.
I can't kill something yet. That smell isn't ready yet.
Dude, Sunfire slaps, man.
Kick.
Can't wait to kill you all.
What's up?
First aid. Stealth.
Keep it real.
Dang, we're back to 15 gold. Nice.
Yo! Have a good one.
We're gonna hit 16 here.
Welcome. Ah, that sort of business. You know, I saw the Heedless once on the open seas. Fearsome ship, or was that boat?
Oh,
Those
nice.
sailors are so particular. Anyways, watching her glide across the water was quite a sight to see. I'm glad her infamous captain will trouble my ships no longer. You did good, kid. A little more work like that, and it'll be one less thing I'll have to worry about. Hopefully, they'll be convinced that they should
give me
relocate
spell
their
power.
operation elsewhere. In the meantime, there is the small matter of getting back the
Really?
goods they stole from me. Gazlo sent you, did he? Just a moment.
Stealth.
Let me take a look here and check my own logs and make sure I didn't have Gazlo's shipment sent to the wrong place. Bet he's waiting for those boots from Drizzlek.
Holy bones, man, good, good, dude. So great.
No dice, eh? Guess it must have been the freebooters then. Dizzywig's on the level. I'm sure he wouldn't cheat me like that. After all, he is on the payroll. Looks like I've got some goods to get back, adventurer. What do you say?
Welcome to the Crossroads, adventurer. My name is Thork. I lead the defenses here in the name of the War Chief. Please, feel free to make yourself at home. As long as you mind your business, no one should have any problem with you taking up some space. There are many threats to our safety here. If you've already become familiar with the lay of the land, speak to the others here. Perhaps they have tasks for you to do. Well done, adventurer. With Koenig's death, there will be a definite decline in the attacks on our caravans. Your people should be proud to count you among them. Ha-ha! Thank you, adventurer. This will help us greatly. You're a boon to the Crossroads and to the Horde. If there is anything I can do for you, please let me know.
Not bad, adventurer. Those Gevra hold a lot of strength in their legs. A sharp
Watch what
kick
Caroline's
from
on
them
here.
can
What
knock
you
even
want to
a
do is
torrent
get
on
a
its haunches.
decline.
It looks like you have some strength
And
in you
we have
too.
a rope
Are you
in
ready
here.
for a real challenge?
So what we're going to do is a decline leg raise. So Caroline, I want you to do your first 5 reps the way you were doing with straight legs. So now watch how she's going to do these. A lot of people do them this way. So it's more of a straight leg raise. Now, I know what all the kinesiology people are saying right now. Oh my God, it's so much hip flexor. You're right. And there's nothing wrong with training your hip flexors and making them strong. So this is going to get your abs, these hip flexors right here. Now, there's another way that I like to do them, and this is the way we used to do them when we got to the gym. It's how we start all of our workouts. Thanks to Nick Bowman, the guy that took us through these in the 90s. Now Caroline's going to do a bent knee version, and what she's going to do is these are really high level for abs. See how she's crunching up into a ball? Now she's only coming down to here. Right there. Very, very high difficulty, hard exercise. Let's do some more here, Caroline. Let's do 3 more. You'd be surprised how hard that little bit of extra range of motion is curling up. 1 more. Okay, that's good. And really when you're training your lower abs, that bringing your pelvic girdle toward your torso is really how you work your lower abs hard. So that's how we're going to start the workout today. We're just going to do 3 sets to failure, and then I'm going to show you our next exercise. The other thing I want to mention is if you look at the angle of the bench here, so you can change this. If you want to train like Rocky Balboa and you want to put it straight up and make them really hard, you can do that. But if you're kind of a beginner and your abs aren't that strong, then you can lower it and you can make them easier. So just depending on how hard you want to make these, change the angle of that decline so that it fits your skill level and your strength level where you're at now. So we're going to start with 3 sets here, and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Another key point I want to mention here is we talk so much about keeping our back straight and flat, but on this abdominal work, you actually want to curl your back. You actually want to round it, you know, kind of the opposite of what everybody says. That's how you get your abs to do more work and your hip flexors to do less work. So it's okay to curl your back up when you do this exercise. You're not going to hurt it. It's actually, I would even argue that it's a little safer. Some people might disagree with me, but very, very good point here. Don't be afraid to curl your back up and round it. There, right there, right there. Good. 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 Now blow it out, blow it out. Boom. Flex. There you go. Good. 10. There's halfway. Come on, 10 more. 1. Come on. 2. Come on. 3. Come on. 4. 5. 5 more. Come on. Give me a hand. 6. Come on. Come on. 7. 3 more. Open them up. Open them up. Stretch. 2 more. 19. And last one. 20. There we go. Yeah. Oh. All right. So on these, I know people like to make fun of these little Bosu balls, but I'm sorry, these are awesome. This is a good way to open up your abdominal wall to really stretch it. Your abs are a muscle. They like to be stretched just like everything else. So we're using the little half Bosu ball here, whatever the thing's called, to really stretch. Now, when Caroline is laying back and stretching, she's inhaling, she's pulling her abdominal wall in, sucking in, and then as she's coming up, she's blowing her air out and flexing her abs. So blow her out and flex her abs, and she's coming up. Okay, on this one, it's not so much of a curl, torso to pelvic girdle. You know, I talked about pelvic girdle to torso in the previous exercise. This one, it's more of just blowing her out and coming up and flexing. 20 reps like that, it's pretty tough, right?
Welcome.
That's a hard 20 reps. So now what we're going to do is 3 sets here.
Never hurts to
So we did 3 sets of the decline leg raises. We're going to do 3 sets here. Now, abdominal training is probably the muscle that I would say people overcomplicate the most. Like these 2 exercises is really all you need for your abdominal wall. I mean, we could do other things for your obliques, but when we talk about just your abs, this is good enough. You don't need to do 5 exercises, 6 exercises. You don't need to do 15, 20 sets. This is solid. This is good work with good form right here. So 3 sets to failure right here. If you want to do some transverse abdominis, here's a cool little exercise. I learned this, I think I did a video on this like 12 years ago. It's a lat ab crunch. It's not so much abs, it's more of that transverse abdominis. So you want to get in a lat pull down. It doesn't need to be real heavy weight. And what you want to do is you want to inhale like you're doing a vacuum, suck in, and then blow out. Inhale, exhale. You have to really, really focus on these. So again, inhale, suck in your abdominals, try to push your abs against your spine, exhale. Now, one of the other cool things about this, if you compete, you just get better abdominal control. You just learn how to pull your abs in better, they stay in better. Pulling her abdominal wall in, sucking in, and then as she's coming up, she's blowing her air out and flexing her abs. So blow her out and flex her abs, and she's coming up. Okay, on this one, it's not so much of a curl, torso to pelvic girdle. You know, I talked about pelvic girdle to torso in the previous exercise. This one, it's more of just blowing her out and coming up and flexing. 20 reps like that, it's pretty tough, right? That's a hard 20 reps. So now what we're going to do is 3 sets here. So we did 3 sets of the decline leg raises. We're going to do 3 sets here. Now, abdominal training is probably the muscle that I would say people overcomplicate the most. Like these 2 exercises is really all you need for your abdominal wall. I mean, we could do other things for your obliques, but when we talk about just your abs, This is good enough. You don't need to do 5 exercises, 6 exercises. You don't need to do 15, 20 sets. This is solid. This is good work with good form right here. So 3 sets to failure right here. If you want to do some transverse abdominis, here's a cool little exercise. I learned this, I think I did a video on this like 12 years ago. It's a lat ab crunch. It's not so much abs, it's more of that transverse abdominis. So you're going to get in a lat pull down. It doesn't need to be real heavy weight. And what you're going to do is you're going to inhale like you're doing a vacuum, suck in, and then blow out. Inhale, exhale. You have to really, really focus on these. So again, inhale, suck in your abdominals, try to push your abs against your spine, exhale. Now, one of the other cool things about this, if you compete, you just get better abdominal control. You just learn how to pull your abs in better, they stay in better. So it's not something that's going to give you like massive strength in your abdominal wall, but it gives you better control over your abdominals. When I'm consistent with these, I can feel my abs are they almost feel like they're sucked in a little better. Little bro science for you there. On these, you know, you could do 2-3 sets of 10, 15 reps, but just teach yourself to suck in and blow out. Inhale, suck in, blow out. Just do that over and over and over, and you'll see what I mean about your abdominal walls pulling in.
Has sent me here for a very specific service, adventurer. Perhaps you wish to aid me, and in turn, the Dark Lady in our efforts to advance the Forsaken. Recently, I studied a rare specimen of flora named Serpent Bloom. I believe in
All right, in today's episode, we're going to talk about, can you look like a bodybuilder
Unfortunately, Serpent Bloom can only be found
without steroids? I don't know, what do you guys think? I think
there was a time when bodybuilders didn't even have access to steroids.
Yeah,
right?
we need to define this because, to be very clear, we'll just say this early out right now. You cannot look like a
Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No, you're not going to look like a pro bodybuilder today without taking steroids. But the good news is, I don't think most people want to look like pro bodybuilders today. I think that's pretty rare, right?
Yeah, but I also think it's important to note too that even more so than steroids, those are genetic anomalies.
Oh, like big time. Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
I mean, and so people need to understand that. And you referred to Ronnie Coleman and the Flex Wheelers and some of these crazy physiques. A lot of people didn't realize or didn't see what they looked like before they took steroids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they were crazy physiques. And so, yes, anabolics enhanced that and made it even crazier and has raised the bar in the bodybuilding world to now where a majority, if not all, are on anabolics, especially in the actual bodybuilding category. I still think there's some men's physique athletes that compete at the highest level that are natural. We have friends that did, at least up into about 2 years ago, were 100% natural on the Olympia stage in men's physique. So it's very much so possible to have a physique that looks like that at that level of a bodybuilder competitor and be natural. It's not the steroids that make them look like that.
I want to define this a little better though, because it's true though that the average person has no desire to look. I mean, the average person looks at a pro bodybuilder today, 5'9", 280 pounds, with veins all over, and the average person would say, I don't want to look like that. But if you took bodybuilders from the silver era of bodybuilding, this is like between the 1940s and 1960s, and yes, I know bodybuilding historians will say, well, there were steroids back then too. Most of them, or many of them, didn't use them, and if they did, the doses were so low, they wouldn't even be considered testosterone replacement therapy. That's how low the anabolics were back then. But those physiques are very achievable naturally, and if the average person looked at pictures of those people, I think they'd say, wow, that looks pretty amazing. Like Steve Reeves is a great example, right?
Greetings,
V taper, great development, wide shoulders, strong, muscular. Larry Scott, the first Mr. Olympia. Sean Connery, I don't know if you guys knew this, he competed in bodybuilding.
Sean Connery competed in bodybuilding?
In the silver era, and there's a picture of him posing or whatever.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That guy's my hero for sure.
Clancy Ross is another one. You can look all these people up for yourself to kind of see what they look like. Now that is very achievable through really consistent good training and diet and exercise, and we'll talk about that.
find this aspect
Today's
of useful
program
tool
giveaway,
and
MAPS PED. That's our most advanced bodybuilder program. Super high volume, double split routine. Only for those of you that are hardcore. Anyway, you can get that. That's what you got to do though. Leave a comment below this video in the first 24 hours that we drop it. Subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications. If you win, we'll let you know in the comment section. Now, everybody else, MAPS Aesthetic and MAPS PED, 50% off because of this episode. Half off. If you're interested, just click on the link at the top of the description.
Locate a shrine bauble. It decays rapidly, so proceed with it to the shrine of Remulos post haste. Use the bauble at the shrine, and then speak with Tajari there. She is one of Moonglade's most trusted wardens. You only have a set amount of time to complete the task, and you may be competing against other druids, searching for baubles themselves. Mental and physical dexterity will be critical to your success. Good luck, adventurer. Greetings, young druid. I'm glad to see you ready and eager to learn about the curing of poisons. While most druids in the past were put through pre-planned trials, your work will involve no such thing. There has been a rash of animal poisonings at the crossroads in the Barrens, and they're unable to bring it under control. Someone there has requested Moonglade for aid, so we are sending you there to aid them. This is no exercise. The work you'll do is quite real. Bear this in mind. Dreadmist Peak to the northwest of the crossroads is most likely a primary candidate as to the source of the spread of the poison. Its airy peaks have pools of water that influence the weather patterns. I suspect the water is now tainted by the demon-worshipping Burning Blade. Use this sampler to draw water from the pool at the very top of the peak. Once filled, deliver it to Tonga Rune Totem at the crossroads. He is the one that requested our aid, and you will work with him to address this malady.
Ishnu, the Shrine of Remulos is a sacred place for us in the Cenarian Circle here in Moonglade. So please conduct yourself in a manner befitting a visitor who doesn't want my scimitar buried in them, that is. Well now, it looks like yet another druid has successfully completed the trial of the lake. Well done, my young friend. Well done. As I've said, my name is Tajari. It is my duty and my privilege to serve as a warden for Moonglade, and specifically this shrine. Keeper Remulos guides the Cenarian Circle in preservation of nature and balance, and his shrine serves as a lasting tribute to such. By using the bauble here, it serves as a nod to the importance of this place within the circle. For the second trial, you'll need the two halves that make the pendant of the sea lion. One half draws power from the agility of the sea lion aspect, gliding through water. The other draws power from the incredible endurance of the sea lion aspect. Druids draw on both these traits equally to embody the aspect of their aquatic form. Speak with the locals of Moonglade to learn where the parts may lie and bring both here to join them together. Once formed, take the pendant to Dendrite Starblaze.
Elun Adore. Farewell. Vishnu Allah. Good luck, friend.
What can I... If you're looking for information that the Cenarian Circle might have archived somewhere, then I am the one to talk to. Then again, you need to know what information you're looking for first, before I can really help you. See how that works? Brilliant.
Brilliant. You know, it'd be brilliant if somebody could give me information about the sheet.
Ishnu Dalvier.
I've been expecting you.
Is it timed?
What brings you here? Hello.
What brings you here?
Well,
would you like a flight to Thunder Bluff, courtesy of the Cenarian Circle? In the Silverpine Forest along the edges of the North Tide's Run, a derelict boat rests on the shore. Out to the west of this lies what you seek. Swim too far and the ocean will crush you from fatigue. It resides on the ocean floor in a lockbox, waiting for you to claim it. You will be hard-pressed to survive a dive to such depths without aid, so take heart. A bubbly fissure offers renewed breath to divers seeking this half of the pendant. Use it wisely.
draw a sample of water from the pool. Red Mist Peak. Huh.
May the eternal
I can wait to
sun
do this.
shine. Would you like a flight to Thunder Bluff, courtesy of the Cenarian Circle?
Yeah.
Over the past 15 months, I put on 30 pounds of lean mass. And unless my tank got yoked, then it's predominantly from new muscle that I've built. And that's not even the craziest part. It's that I only went up 0.1% body fat. And your first response should be, what kind of trend bologna sandwiches is this guy eating? And that's the best part. None. I'll go over exactly what I've been taking over the last 15 months, but that's not it. Inevitably, there's gonna be a guy who drinks muscle milk and masturbates to anime porn. We'll say, yeah, but DEXs are not as accurate as something like hydrostatic. So what, I only gained 25 pounds of muscle. You're missing the point, asshole. So let's go over what I've learned and implemented in the last 15 months to make this miracle possible. One thing I'm fairly certain on is it doesn't matter if you're using 85% of your 1 rep max for 6 reps, or 40% for 30. As long as those lighter sets are taken to complete failure, the results are going to be virtually identical. And what's interesting is while the results might be similar, the scientific community has no idea if the actual hypertrophy itself is. And I know that sounds confusing, let me explain. The crudest definition of hypertrophy is when you pick shit up, put it down, and as long as the stimulus was great enough and there's enough amino acids available, those ribosomes in your muscle cells will synthesize more protein, some of which being myosin and actin. You know those guys. They're then transported and integrated into myofibrils or made into completely new ones. Now, if you don't know what myofibrils are, this is the best I can do. Every muscle cell or muscle fiber, you can use those interchangeably, has hundreds to thousands of these. All they really are is a bunch of sarcomeres that contain the contractile proteins myosin and actin stacked on top of each other.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Dude, now I want
no
more
self-control. God, it's good. It's pretty well agreed upon the most common form of hypertrophy happens by adding sarcomeres in parallel. Think of that diagram as your bicep. If you cut it in half, Jesus Christ, and look directly down on it. What in the hell? I don't know if that's supposed to be in there. What they're saying is you're adding more myofibrils within the muscle cell. The muscle cell then has to increase in size to maintain proper distribution and functioning of the organelles and the sarcoplasm. But But it's been proposed that high volume training, like what you do with the low percentage of your 1 rep max, might induce sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. When the non-contractile elements, the sarcoplasmic fluid, the glycogen storage, the density of the mitochondria, etc., increase. And that makes sense the more you think about it, because as a muscle increases in size, it doesn't proportionally increase in strength. That's more dependent on the load you lift with. Over the past 15 months, I've spent half the time with lighter weights, 15 to 30 reps, the other half, 6 to 8. I've also found the results to be identical, but there are some caveats to that. One of those being that with the lighter weight sets, they have to be taken to true failure, and that's easier said than done on something like the hack squat. For example, say I was doing a set of 30 here. In reality, I should be putting on a weight that causes me to start to fail around 20 reps, and then I have to pray to little baby Jesus to get those last 10 reps, but truthfully, I'd rather not get there. I'd rather fail at 25, 28. That's true failure. I mean, think about it this way. When's the last time you saw somebody at the gym using the hack squat that got stuck underneath it and they crawled out? It doesn't happen. People just tap out mentally. On the flip side of that, there's certain exercises and body parts you're just not going to be able to train in that low rep range of 6 to 8 reps. Try to do 6 reps on the tricep extension and see how bad your abs hurt the next day. That means you fucked up. Best case scenario, you do a hybrid of them both. It also allows you to be a little bit more fluid with your training, because there are times you walk in and your knees feel like shit. And it's always in that moment you're reminded that you wanted to buy some of those knee sleeves from Rogue to see if that made any difference, but you didn't. So instead of just suffering through it and trying to lift heavy weight while your knees sound like Rice Krispies, you just lift lighter weights that day and do higher rep sets. There are some other things over this past year that I've found to be highly overrated, or at the very least, the importance of these things have been overstated. For example, rest time between sets, or how long each individual rep takes. Does a 4-count negative actually work that much better than a 2-count? Probably not, but sometimes I like hurting myself, so I'll do a 4-count. But the biggest one I'm going to get the most pushback on is the frequency at which you train a muscle. The scientific community, and myself included, I made a video on it, says that training 2 times a week is better than 1 time, but in practice, that's not really the case. I have programs like the PPLs where I train each body part 2 times a week, and other ones that have a bro split, and the results are identical. The only caveat to that is if you have a muscle that's incredibly resistant to grow. For me, it's my calves. If I don't train them 3 times a week, they get smaller. So if those things didn't really make that big of a difference, then what exactly did? One of the most impactful changes and biggest aha moments I've ever had happened after I started to dive into functional blood chemistry. When people normally look at their blood work, they scroll past everything just to get to the total and free test to make sure they got enough juice to pillage the village. But the more you learn, the more you realize that some of these biomarkers can change the way you train, sleep, and in my case, the way you eat. I used to be a huge advocate for low-carb, ketogenic, or even the carnivore style of diet. And while there's nothing inherently wrong with those, when it comes to building muscle, there's no way around it. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage. If we look at my blood work from early last year, you're gonna see I have elevated levels of fasting insulin, which is exactly what it sounds like. And it's a good indication I might be dealing with some sort of insulin resistance. And if that's the case, that also means that I'm not efficiently utilizing glucose, which sucks. Fat, muscle, and liver cells all rely on insulin binding to them to bring glucose in. So when this process is less efficient in muscle cells, it creates an obvious problem. The whole last video I made was all on glycogen, but specifically what happens is those GLUT4 transporters are less effectively transported to the surface of the cell to bring in glucose while you train and effectively store glycogen post-training, so your performance is going to suffer down the road. Does that make sense, Chuck? Insulin resistance also makes it harder for insulin to stop the breakdown of fats in the body, which at first sounds like a good thing. So I'm going to constantly be burning fat, but we have to remember that too much of a good thing ends up being bad. For example, I'm sure you've seen the commercials. If you've had an erection lasting longer than 4